Hello, I'm Bhanvi Ahuja, a Media Shala Club member at Manavrashya 21C, reporting from a very special place today. This time on Beyond the Bubble podcast, we will indulge in an inspiring and insightful conversation with a visionary and a mentor par excellence who comes with wealth of global expertise, Ms. Seema Anis, Principal, MRIS 21C, Faridabad. Welcome to Beyond the Bubble, ma'am. We are delighted to have you here with us today.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, Vanvi. I'm equally delighted, or probably more.
It's an honor to have you here with us, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, you are the principal of one of the most prestigious academic institutions. How would you describe your journey of reaching this tremendous position of responsibility and power?
Well, that takes me back years and years back. I started my career in the field of education almost 30 years from now. I aspired to become a journalist, and after all that, I worked with Hindustan Times for 3 years. Then I shifted to the Middle East because of my husband working there. Worked with Arab News for a little while. Didn't find it very interesting. Having no other option, I took up teaching position in one of our community schools, that is the International Indian School, Jeddah. Within 6 months, I fell in love with this. And then after that, if somebody had asked me whether you were to go back to journalism or to teaching, there was no looking back. There was no question I would have gone back for anything or gone anywhere other than teaching. So teaching probably runs in my vein today, but it was a passion through and through. So I like the teaching aspect of it more than being on this side of the table. So even now when I'm like clogged with a lot of issues and taking care of the issues and resolutions, I just go into a class, whichever class it is, and I teach. I used to teach A-levels at a British curriculum school. And it was fun teaching boys and girls of different countries, different culture. It was a cultural mix, the classroom. And loved the coexistence over there where everybody would respect each other's culture and feelings. Okay? So, and then came back to India because my mother needed me. So I was heading a British curriculum school back in Jeddah. So I had to come back to India. And then I joined Manavrashya. I joined the university under Mrs. Sayogata as an AET team member. And then there was a vacancy here. I was deputed over here for a little while. And then again, wherever I go for a little while, I fall in love. And then the journey continues like that. So that is how I am over here, if that answers your question.
Your journey sure is overwhelmingly impressive. Taking on from where you left off, I am certain you must have faced many challenges during this journey. Could you please tell us more about them and how you overcame them? What is your takeaway from it?
Challenges. Okay. I don't know. I can't think of many challenges. It has been quite smooth a sail for me right from the beginning. Much to thank God for it because He's been very kind, very merciful. Like I told you, one challenge was from switching over to teaching from a job that was very proactive and you needed a lot of courage over there, to teaching which was considered to be a little more passive as compared to journalism. And you had a set curriculum that you had to follow, and that was Indian curriculum, of course. Then after 4 years of teaching there, I had to switch over to a British curriculum school because my son, who's profound deaf, was accepted by British curriculum school. And then I was facing difficulty in coordinating with those teachers. So I thought shifting my base to the same campus might help. And it really did help. It did wonders because then you strike a rapport and the teachers and the students all get to know you. So switching over from, we were just taking the professional aspect of it. So switching over from Indian curriculum, first from journalism to teaching, then from Indian curriculum to British curriculum. Then I started volunteering for Cognia, which was known as Advanced Ed during that time. So that was American curriculum, and that's the largest accreditation body of America. So that was American curriculum. So you see the transitions that I had to face. If you can call them challenges, I just loved them because it was like, it used to give me a jolt and give me that young feeling that, okay, I start off again. So I learned journalism, and I was on that track. When I had to change the track, go on to teaching Indian curriculum, then change the track, go on to teaching British curriculum, then change the track to understand American curriculum, and then back home teaching Indian curriculum. So if you call them challenges, though they were not challenges, they were opportunities to learn so much. So much.
True, ma'am. Every obstacle brings its own lesson, and with each one, we become more capable. Ma'am, NEP 2020 lays an emphasis on technology in education. How do you think technology is changing the way we learn?
Oh, in a humongous manner. I mean, there's been a paradigm shift to pedagogy and in classroom environment, the learning environment, because, we talk about engaging students, but engaging students of today's world is more of screenagers, right? Where children are more, why children, adults, all of us, glued to the screen most of the time, which is not a very good thing. But so engaging them is a huge challenge. And technology comes in as your best friend over there. There's gamification, which motivates children and excites them into taking interest in the concept that is being conveyed to them through gamification. Then you integrate IT into your own core subjects, and teachers in a very interesting manner bring in technology inside the classroom, which makes it, which takes your learning far, which has a different kind of an impact on your learning, because then it is impactful. The learning is effective. The teaching is effective, therefore impactful, and the learning goes far. So in a big way, technology has helped making teaching interesting, fun, long-lasting, flexible. You can have access to any resource, anywhere, anytime. So there is so much. The list is endless.
Yes, ma'am. Technology should be used as a tool to improve our lives, but not dictate how we live.
Absolutely. Absolutely not.
As we wrap up, if you were speaking to the youth today, what's the one message you would want them to carry throughout their journey in life?
The same message which I convey to all of you every single time I interact with you all. Children, be ethical. Ethics in place will make every single thing fall into place. So all we need to do is keep ethics as a part of our persona. And if that runs in our veins, nothing negative is going to touch us. And in fact, you will be able to spread positivity. You are tomorrow's hope. So we need ethics to be there and to be hopeful. I'm very hopeful. So I'm sure you're going to take this seriously.
The conversation was enlightening and inspiring in equal measure. Gratitude, ma'am, for joining us on our podcast, Beyond the Bubble.
Gratitude goes your way for giving me an opportunity. Thank you so much, Bhanvi.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Until next time, this is me, Bhanvi Ahuja, signing off.